What is up, guys? This is Jared Spalding here, and today for my second video, since the first one, like I said, was just an 800th video special. So I, was trying to think of something good, but I've been having a decent amount of ideas lately, so I figured I'd do multiple videos. And I will say this real fast, so you might notice I switched the background up just because the other one was kind of boring. So hope you guys appreciate that. Anyway, let's jump into this video here. And what I'm going to be talking about today is why small-time investors should avoid gold, or small-time precious metal investors should avoid gold. And I know you're probably thinking, well, it doesn't make any sense because wouldn't that be saying I should avoid silver too? But let me just explain my reasoning here, okay? And I know that it's going to sound kind of weird because I always talk about diversifying and everything, but let me just explain this. So, when investing in precious metals, let's say, someone's coming into it and they only have a few $100s to put into it, right? So, let's say they have enough to get either, let's say they have enough money to get like a 10-ounce silver bar to start with, right? That's how much money they have. I'm not saying you should buy that necessarily if that's all you have, but let's just say you have enough money to get that, which would be right around, because assuming it's $160 or so for that would be right around enough to get, let's say, I don't know, probably like a 10th ounce of gold, I would think. Would be right around that cost because of the premium on them, and then maybe, probably not even a gram after that. So let's just say you can either get a 10-ounce silver bar or a 10th ounce of gold. Well, that's not sounding too good, is it? Because you can get 100 times more silver than you can gold, and you probably have a little bit more money left over after the gold, but you wouldn't be able to get anything else, because you probably wouldn't even have enough money left to get a gram of gold. Anything under that definitely wouldn't be worth it. So, well, basically what I'm saying is that, for one, if you have that small of an amount of money to invest, then you wouldn't be able to get very much gold at all. You'd be able to get a tiny little bit. So, there's a huge difference in the amount. You could either get, like I was saying, a 10th ounce of gold or a 10 ounce of silver bar, You're going to be getting 1/100th less, or 1/100th as much. Not 100 less. You'd be getting 1/100th as much with the gold as you would with the silver. And you're thinking, well, what does it really matter if gold, still contains the same amount of value, or the same amount of value that 1/10th ounce bar would have as 10-ounce silver bar. Well, for one, that's not really true because the ratio is more like 1:80, so you'd be losing a little bit of money there because, and here's where the part where I'm trying to explain comes in here, is the fact that with the gold, if you can't afford to invest a bunch of money into it and at least get an ounce of gold, you're going to be paying such a premium on it. It's going to be the equivalent of paying for fractional silver. And I always, say to avoid fractional silver. And it's the same thing with gold, because if you're getting like a gram of gold, the amount of premium you're going to be having to pay on it is going to be so insane that it's not even going to be worth it when you could have just put the money into silver and gotten, like I was saying, either you can get a 10th ounce of gold, so you're going to be losing so much of that premium with a 10th ounce of gold or a gram of gold, whatever it is. There's too much common fractional things I can think of. But either way, you're going to be losing so much to the premium that it'll be way more worth it just to invest in silver. And not only that, but also, I think out of the two precious metals, gold is the least undervalued of the two. I think while they're both undervalued to an extent, I think silver is the one that's really undervalued. And I think it's not that gold's overvalued when you look at the ratios. It's just that silver is extremely undervalued because more people are jumping on the gold and silver because they think it's worth so much more that whenever it goes up, they're going to make a lot more money. But at the same time, the thing with gold is that it's not necessarily true because silver has a lot more potential to go up than gold does. Like, for example, let's say you had enough money to either get, like I was saying, we'll go to the same scenario, right? 10-ounce silver bar or a 10th ounce of gold. So, let's say that silver were to go up by, let's say, 10 cents an ounce, right? And gold were to go up by $5, right? So 50 times more gold went up. Well, silver still, for the amount that you bought, went up twice as much, the value of that bar itself, because of the fact that you only could afford a 10th ounce, so it would only go up $5 in value, while $5. Well, I think I just messed myself up there, but basically, it would have gone up one half as much. It would have only gone up by like 50 cents in value at that point, while the bar would have gone up by $1 in value. If, like I was saying, silver goes up by 10 cents and gold goes up by $5 an ounce, then the coin would have only gained, or this, yeah, let's say 1/10 ounce coin would have only gained 50 cents in value, while the bar would have gained $1 because of the fact that you paid such a premium that you only got 1/100th as much of gold, even though the ratios are a little bit different than that. So the silver is going to go up a little bit faster than gold will when you're buying, the fractional gold, because you paid such a premium on it that you wouldn't have had to pay on a 10-ounce silver bar. So that's just my thoughts on the whole thing. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. That's it for this one. Peace, love, and much respect.